All right, so many women feel like they have to normalize pelvic floor pain because they think it's just part of motherhood or aging, but physical therapists and experts want to dispel that, frankly, misinformation. Your pelvic floor is composed of a critical group of muscles that, this group is often overlooked. It's responsible for key biological functions like supporting your body weight and your organs and even facilitating childbirth. So it is really important to understand how everyday activities can drastically change your pelvic floor health. Our next guest wrote a new book about just that. So joining me now, Sara Reardon. She is a board-certified pelvic floor physical therapist and author of Floored, a woman's guide to pelvic floor health at every age and stage. What an incredible, I think, gift of information to the world. I stumbled across your Instagram account because I found out I didn't know what a pelvic floor was, okay? I had no idea. And it's this group of muscles that, I think is important for everyone. But question, is this only a woman's issue?
That's a great question, Morgan. And everyone has a pelvic floor. So all genders can have pelvic floor issues, but we see these present more commonly in women because of the hormonal changes they experience during menstruation and menopause. And also if you are pregnant or give birth, you're more susceptible to pelvic floor problems.
But is it just women who are in peri or post-menopause, or is this for women, any women of all ages?
This is for women of all ages. We see young women who are just starting to menstruate have challenges when you become sexually active. Definitely during pregnancy and postpartum, issues start to pop up. And then, of course, with hormonal changes later in life during perimenopause and menopause. And often we think that these are just, post-birth or post-menopause, but they're very treatable. And so we want to address them sooner.
So, Dr. Reardon, what do we do?
Well, you buy the book. But, I think one of the biggest things is often these issues have been normalized. We've said, oh, leaking a little when you laugh or discomfort later in life is normal. But these issues are common but not normal. So we want to normalize the conversations. That's what I hope to achieve with Floor, to really educate and empower women and their medical providers with this knowledge so they can get help sooner.
And just for everyone who's tuning in, and also like I was before having a kid, understanding this is new, we're talking about your pelvic floor can affect the way that you feel. It can make your body feel tense. You can feel like you're heavy and carrying things around. It can affect, when you're laughing and things like that, as you mentioned, right after childbirth. But I remember when I was learning that all of these issues could plague women after childbirth, especially, I felt hopeless, like, oh my God, I'm going to be stuck with this for the rest of my life. And I wasn't. Is there hope for people? What can people do to change the course of this reality?
You're not alone. I think so many women who start to experience these issues, we feel like this is just our destiny. There's nothing that we can do to help. But with medical care now, there's so many options. You can see an in-person pelvic floor therapist. You can seek online care. There are home programs for pelvic floor wellness and exercise. And now a book is available so that you can really start understanding how this part of your body works, get tips to prevent pelvic floor issues, and also if you're experiencing them, there are things you can start doing right away.
Can we get into a few of those things? We've got a thing here, a graphic here on our screen. Uncross your legs, keep your feet flat, a neutral spine, move every 30 to 60 minutes. Just walk us through a little bit of these sort of tactical, practical tips.
So a lot of the things we do during the day, we don't even realize affect our pelvic floor, from not straining during bowel movements or urination, making sure that we're moving throughout the day. Often if we're sitting, our pelvic floor muscles can get tight and tense. Even with breathing, taking big, deep breaths. Also, unfortunately, crossing our legs can cause some tension internally. So we want to make sure we've got good posture, we're moving, and we're practicing the things that can prevent issues throughout the day.
All right, Dr. Sara Reardon, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time, your expertise, and helping everyone know that there is hope and things you can do so that this is not an uncomfortable reality that you are condemned to. Really important information. And to our viewers, stay right here. You're watching more NBC News Daily.